You want to know? Yeah, of course. Then get on all fours, spin 3 times, and bark. Why would anybody do that? Because I want you to. Do you need any further explanation? This sadistic, psychopathic, 4-eyed freak. I cursed her mentally, but... round and round I went, on all fours. Takumi, no! Very well, I'll explain. Good day, good people, since finding the year of the Vibrant. We're closing in. This is 100 line. This is episode something, and we are almost there. We stopped on ending last time, right? Yes. Because it went so long, and we are now going to step back through this line. This line, which is Steady Fundamental. Did it break off into another branch, or is it still Steady Fundamental? It is still Steady Fundamental. And I think we're at 93, so we have 7 endings left. I assume we're gonna get to 6 endings left, 5 endings left this episode. 5 endings left. Oh, this has a branch too? Oh, this is also Join Tomorrow's Battle. Oh man, there's a handful of ones here that... Okay. Let's start from where we are and work our ways back. This is Join the Final Battle. No. Last time we did, and we blew up. Unfortunate timing for us. But, you know what we smelled at the end of it? Sweet, sweet lavender. yes, we enjoy our lavender. Come and lavender my doors. I will lavender you. And the thing with the stuff and the lavender's company too. Okay, we're great. Let's not join the battle. Let's listen to Hiroko. But I feel like all my friends will die. You're right. Maybe I should stay put. I knew you'd come to your senses. But it's not because I'm afraid to die. I just don't want to get in your way out there. Everyone would be worried about me and try to protect me. They wouldn't be able to fully focus on the fight, so in the end, I'd only be holding them back. In short, you're making this choice with everyone's best interest in mind. Yeah. Good, you've made the right choice. I give you 100 points for leadership. Well, I feel like this might be the wrong choice. I feel like the other route felt better, actually. Because during that one, Takumi made the very, conscious, answer, I guess, conscious, not theory, but I guess conclusion that people are already dead. That means we can't win. That means we're gonna loop back anyway, so at least I'm gonna loop back and go crazy. Sorry I can't be of any help. And now you've lost all your points. The captain is meant to boost the morale of these fighters, you know? You're not wrong. Okay then, you've got this, Hiroko. I know you'll win. Know your place, servant. What? Am I leader or servant? Anyway, I need to get going. Hiroko ran her fingers through her hair with a smirk before rushing out of her room, or my room. Immediately, I was overcome by a fit I'd been trying to hold back. I'd been hoping at least to watch over everyone from the roof as they fought the final battle, but it looked like that wasn't going to happen. I lost all strength and collapsed on the spot. I didn't even have enough energy to claw my way to bed. Soon, a piercing pain stripped me of my consciousness. Oh, does he just die here? No, there's something else. We make it to day 100, okay. At 10 a.m. maybe? It was early in the morning, before the usual announcement could play. I was standing on the roof. Hiroko was in front of me. You really are resilient, Takumi. You can barely keep yourself upright, can you? There was no sense trying to act tough. I nodded sincerely. My life would be over soon. The weakening of my pulse made that very clear. You're not gonna ask about yesterday's battle? You're standing here, aren't you? Besides, I'm... Right. Thank you. I appreciate everything you've done. You don't need to thank me. Is everyone else sleeping it off? No, they're all in the cafeteria. Huh? Really? This early? We ran into some trouble. They're discussing it now. What kind of trouble? Hiroko hesitated for a moment. There's no point in keeping secrets, I suppose. The baby jar, it suddenly disappeared. We know where it went. This is the route where they steal the baby jar. Huh?
Oh.
We noticed after the battle. I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but I think it's likely that somebody stole it. Somebody? Who? Probably you or me. Kako G? No, I doubt it. She didn't have it on her. Then who? Hiroko seemed to have an inkling. I had a faint recollection of something in the corner of my mind too. But I couldn't quite make it out. It was hard for me to tug on the threads of my memory. More than half of my brain cells were already dead after all. More than half? Jeez. Needless to say, the baby wasn't in the jar. We were going to put him in after breakfast 2 days ago, but after what happened to the others, we didn't have the time or the capacity. Then the missiles in the final attack? Yes, they're already charged with energy. The escape pod was in ruins. There's no way we'd be able to fly it into space. Which meant rather at 10 a.m. we'd all... Oh, I thought they were going to play the video again. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. They've done it so many times on this route. No. No way.
Takumi, you can't go on much longer.
Oh dang, he still has his eyes in the leap damage. He got his leap damage eyes.
It's okay. You don't have to say anything. I don't want to cause you any more pain. I do have one bit of good news.
Oh!
Nozomi's awake.
Really?
Yes. And she's doing fine. So don't worry. For some reason, that strange light of hers vanished when she regained consciousness.
Huh.
That's good to hear.
A variant, huh?
She's awake. She's okay.
I meant to save Nozomi in this timeline. And I avenged the mystery timeline's Nozomi too. And even though I saved her, she'd be gone soon. So would everyone else. Burned by the flames of the final attack, instantly wiped out. Now wait a minute, are these all characters who died on the timeline that I was thinking about? Actually? A timeline where we make it to day 100, technically? The mystery timeline or something? That's comedy. This is a mystery. It's one of these. It's none of those, actually. I think it's this one. Yeah, ending 100. So this is the one that had... Are those actually all the characters? I think that might be. Eito, Tsubasa, Gaku, Kako. Because I was thinking to myself, there must be a timeline where everyone who's dead on this timeline are not dead on another timeline, and I guess it's this one. Right? Although I think Tsubasa's alive in this one, right? Certainly. Or was he just getting the memory of all the people who died on another timeline? Here, let me... Just for me to cross-reference. I have a phone. I don't have to memorize the faces that are gone. I also don't want to look at this one in the rare instance that there's actually spoilers. So we're going to come back, because we spoiled ourselves one time. So this is the list of characters who died in that timeline. Eito, Tsubasa, Gaku. Kako, Shoma, Nozomi. Well, Nozomi was on the other one. The other picture. Kurara, Moko, and Ava. They're not all dead this time, are they? Or is this or on this route, are they all alive? Did Ima die? I don't remember. Just then something sparked in my mind. A nearly vanished fragment of my memory suddenly turned vivid again. Summoning with little strength I had, I asked Hiroko a question.
Hey, Hiroko. When's the next time we can leap?
Leap?
Yeah,
Why do you want to know?
just tell me.
The window's already open. It'll last another 3 hours.
I see.
Pain rippled through my body. I somehow managed to string my words together as I wrote it out.
Hiroko, listen closely. Jump to the mystery timeline.
Are all of those characters dead? No, but the flip-flop are dead. Darumi dies. I don't remember I'm sorry, not Eito. Ima dying is the problem. Oh, stabbed by Kako. That's the I'm caught up now. I was like, something's wrong here.
What?
The attack won't launch there. We can save everybody.
Hiroko's face reddened slightly, but it soon faded, her brows furrowing as she bit her lip. I knew what the change in expression meant. We could save everyone if we jumped to the mystery timeline, but Hiroko and we could not save ourselves.
In short, if all of the Special Defense Unit members in this timeline survive until 10 a.m. on day 100...
Well, it says in this timeline, you know what I mean?
The sum of all those lives will serve as a huge weight that can tear away the mighty spring that is the time loop.
We'd have to do it all over again.
Yeah, but that's not so bad. Doing it again. Spending another 99 days.
With you?
Together. With you.
Oh!
Takumi.
And then he blew up. And then he blew up.
Oh, Takumi. Takumi.
Dang. This is a pretty sad ending, but I do like the, because I realized enough that I was like, oh yeah, it is the flip-flop. I even said to myself, there must be a route where we flip-flop, but it must be a route that we have not gotten to yet, and now we have. So are we going to see her bring everyone here? So now we are Hiroko? Hiroko, let me get this straight. We'll really be saved if we go to the mystery timeline you're talking about. You really are dense. How many times do I have to tell you? I kind of wish this was my last route. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. The final attack won't launch there, huh? You aren't telling us why that is, though. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I don't know about this. By the way, where's Takumi? He's already there. Huh? Why? He had to take care of something there. We don't have time. I'll explain it all later. All right, let's get going. Yes, very well. We even saved Ava. I put on my leap suit, of course. I made sure to check for holes first. I guided everyone onto the platform, and then, here we go. One last leap. So does that mean on that one timeline, everyone in that current timeline is saved? No, right? Because Takumi has that memory, so he must have looped again. Whew, here we are at last, Defense Academy. But is this really that mystery timeline or whatever? It looks exactly like our school. Everyone was looking around curiously. I took the opportunity to break away from the group. I hid in the shade of a tree and observed them. Shortly after, they assembled on the roof. Oh no, they saw everybody.
You're kidding.
How?
Why?
It's not possible.
I thought they were dead.
How are you here?
There we go.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I mean, this is
Glorious.
A miracle! It's a miracle, everybody!
All of us are alive.
That's right. We're alive.
With an Eito that's not insane.
Brother dearest.
Sister dearest.
Brother dearest.
Sister dearest!
Excellent. Ima and Kako ran into each other, flying into each other's arms, and after that,
Nozomi?
Takumi... Oh my gosh, 7? Is that right? 7?
Nozomi!
Takumi 7 ran to Nozomi and held her tight. Everyone cried together, hugging each other, patting each other on the back, pressing each other's cheeks together. I heard cries of delight, loud and clear, even some sobs. I watched it all and then I quietly took my leave. To return to this timeline. Oh man, dude. Ugh. Where are you going? Day 100? Where are you leaping this time? What unresolved day 100 do we have? Where a mystery person shows up. Takumi. Or is this? Oh, that must have been her returning to this timeline. Never mind. I skipped a jump. I'm back. I picked up Takumi's body and quietly whispered to him.
The next loop will be number 147. I don't know if it will be the last, but I'll never forget what happened here. I'll remember. Always.
Always and
forever.
Which I think maybe that should be the name of this
One day,
timeline.
we'll
Or
get
this
out of
ending.
here. We'll leave this infinite loop together. I know we'll make it. If anyone can, it's us. You said so yourself. If you keep believing in something for long enough, you can make it happen.
Ugh. He
You
did
can
say that.
overcome any obstacle in your way. So, I'll continue to believe. One day, we'll wake up on day 101.
Oh, there has to be an ending on this timeline that's day 101. I can hope. There it is again, you guys. I guess this time I feel like we should watch it. There is a good chunk. Okay, never mind. There was not a good chunk left. I thought there was a good chunk of time left, but I was wrong. The Cursed Cycle. I feel like we have almost all of our jumping answers. Not all of them yet, actually. I think there's like 1 or 2 more routes where there are some jumps. In fact, we know that there's 1 more route where there's some jumps that are unsatisfied. It is this one over here. The Coming of Age timeline. I don't really remember, even though we did that one pretty recently, I don't really remember people in suits on that timeline. Unsure, but there we are, another ending. So now we are going a little bit further back and we are not attacking Kakoji. Oh man, what happens here? Does she just escape with Nozomi? Did I do Star of the Day? I don't know if I've ever actually done that. I sure did. I actually don't know if I've ever accidentally clicked Star of the Day instead of Before Decision. And we've done like 90-something endings. 94 now, I think. I'll pat myself on the back for that. I feel like I would have misclicked that a whole lot more. So we will, you know what else we haven't done a lot is click the wrong button here. I've been taking my time, apparently. I've been taking my time. Also, I guess we are 19 days until the 1-year anniversary since we started the series, and we will probably end in about a year. Suddenly I froze up, I stopped in place. Was it because I didn't want to die? Because I valued my life too much? Nozomi had thrown aside her own precious life to save me. And yet, despite everything, I couldn't get my legs to move. When I snapped back to reality, the two of them had already disappeared. Particles of light flickered in the air. They jumped to another timeline. Takumi snapped out of it, and chased after Kako G. I figured out where they're heading from the log. The machine's all ready to go. Are you listening? Right. Yeah, see, now he's putting on his leap suit. Thank goodness. Oh, nobody's got their fist up. Nobody's like, let's go! That's unfortunate. They're not hype. Day 98. We jumped timelines to go after Kakoji, and we resumed our search for her. But she was nowhere to be found in the city ruins. You, at this point, because you took time, you'd have to gamble on where she went, or at least know where the spaceship was. Turned our attention to the mountains in the northeast. Kakoji had likely gone there in search of her spacecraft. Unfortunately, though, Takumi, I'm sorry, but this is it. We can't go any further. Are you crazy? Kakoji's got to be in those mountains. We need to keep going. The time limit is getting closer. This is as far as we can go if we want to make it to the lab in time. No. We're not giving up on Nozomi. We'll find her eventually, I'm sure of it. Now's not the time, though. There's nothing more we can do. We can't leave the others to fight Vestiges without us tomorrow. I thought you weren't going to let me fight. I wasn't, but then I'm staying here. What? I'm staying in this timeline to find Kakoji and Nozomi too. Don't be ridiculous.
Hey!
Just go back without me. I'll keep looking on my own. I can't abandon Nozomi. I'll do whatever it takes to save her. Takumi. Good luck with the battle tomorrow. I know you'll do fine. Man, Gurley's got feelings, and he's just like, I gotta save Nozomi! Forget you! And with that, I started to run off towards the northeastern mountains.
Wait. Takumi! Takumi! Takumi!
I heard Hiroko yell my name over and over again, but I just kept running, never glancing back once. Why? What did she realize? After some time after that, I arrived in the mountains. It was eerily still and silent all around me, without so much as the rustling of the leaves to be heard. I clawed my way through the bushes, climbed up the cliff sides, and crawled along the grounds in search of Nozomi and Kakoji. But I couldn't find them. I couldn't find anything, not even a clue leading me in the right direction. Well, it's a new day. Hopefully Hiroko went back, It's 2 new days. It's day 100. Oh, this is that despair music, And so he searched everywhere. But he never found a single trace of Kakoji and Nozomi. At last it was day 100, 10 a.m. And then... Okay, well... My consciousness was rendered to ash, vanishing without a trace. All that remained was regret, lingering like an eternal grudge. So he just died. Okay. The coward's final days. Wow. How unsatisfying. Goodness gracious. Okay, it's weird because we now are 5 endings away, and it feels like we're not speed running, but you know. We still do have one more route on this side. So we want to not join the battle tomorrow. And my thing is, we're 23 minutes in. I don't think I've really put it out there in my brain that this could be the last episode. I think I may have, I think the last time I was like, you know what, it's probably going to be one more episode after this one. That might not be true. Do not join tomorrow's battle. Maybe I'll stop at like ending 99. Fine, I won't go. You've made a wise decision. But it's not because I don't want to die. It's only because I don't want to get in your way. Plus, it's very likely the exertion of the battle would make this illness worse. If I really do end up dying, we won't break free of the time loop, rather. You're doing this for me too, aren't you? I know. Thank you, I'm glad you decided to be responsible. Get some rest tomorrow. Please, I'm an expert in getting rest at this point. Ha 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 ha. Hiroko smiled at my little joke before she left. Goodbye. Didn't take long for everyone else to show up to my room. Must have been a shock for them to see me awake after I'd been unconscious for so long. They cheered and they cried, they danced happy dances. Once all the emotions were settled down, they carried me outside and tirelessly threw me into the air over and over again. Such a bunch of lovable idiots. Heat welled up in my chest. But it made me feel all the more frustrated. I wouldn't be able to fight for them tomorrow. I wouldn't be able to protect them. I was supposed to be their captain, their leader. I couldn't help but feel overwhelmed with regret. Sadness, anger. It should have been me to protect them. Day 72. It feels weird being back at day 72. Day 73. Feels weird being back at day 73. Oh, hey.
Good morning.
Hey, well, no, it's night, right?
Well, good evening. And welcome to day 73, actually.
I had absolutely no memory of the previous day. I wasn't even sure how or when I fell asleep that day. I asked Hiroko what happened and she explained.
Sleep damage again. If you take it easy for a while, the symptoms should subside.
Okay.
How long is a while, exactly?
More than 2 or 3 days, I can tell you that much.
And yesterday's battle?
It was trivial. Nothing but cannon fodder.
See, you didn't need to show up.
Oh, I'm glad it went well.
You don't sound like you mean that. Are you upset?
Yeah, of
A
course.
little. I feel like I got benched before the game even started.
No. You've played this game too many times. Hiroko's expression softened a little.
Can you stand?
Huh?
I'm asking if you're able to move.
Probably. If I try.
All right. Then come with me. I have something to discuss with you.
Okay. Where are we going, Hiroko? What? You went to the wrong timeline? We went to the wrong timeline. What? What? Keep it down. What if everyone hears you? What? Wait a minute. So you're saying on day 50 we didn't go to the killer timeline, we went but the zombie timeline? Is that true? That's right. Then when did you realize? This afternoon. I went to check the PLM and noticed that I was checking, noticed when I was checking the logs. That's why the zombie timeline, Takumi was normal. He was cured by, on day 50 by us. So I didn't end up becoming a killer in the zombie branch. Yes. How could you mess that up? This makes sense to me. Excuse me, have you forgotten? You're the one who set the machine that time. She's right. I was the one who decided we should go to the serial killer timeline, and I've been responsible for setting up the machine. We were 10 minutes past the beginning of the leap window at the time. I configured the machine quickly to regain the time that we lost. Clearly I screwed up. It was a careless mistake that ended up putting us in the wrong timeline. You've got to be kidding me. If we call the serial killer Takumi 2, that means Takumi 2 still hasn't been cured. I'm afraid not. How are you so calm about this? So this actually will probably go on for a little bit longer. I'm always calm. Yeah, for the most part. We continue our discussion as we change locations. Hiroko, when are the blood space waves going to surge next? Use the device and check for yourself. It's tonight at 12 a.m., 12:05 a.m., just a little past midnight? Technically, that's tomorrow, day 74. She's not wrong, technically. Hey. I'm not arguing details with you. It's semantics. So what do? We leap. Where? The serial killer timeline, obviously. Today is day 73. Takumi 2 has already killed 4 people. Ava, Moko, Takamaru, Kurara. If we jump now and cure him, we can at least prevent him from committing more murders, right? We can build a new rail where Takumi 2 stops his crime spree. I messed up the setting, so I have to take some responsibility for what he did after day 50. It's the only way I can make up for that. I mean, we can't just let him run wild, can we? Hiroko's like, we could. I understand where you're coming from. Unfortunately, there are 2 reasons why we can't go and fix him tonight.
Huh?
2 reasons. First, look at the device again. When does the leap window close? 12:35. Exactly, we'd only have 30 minutes. Even if we ran at full speed to the lab, from the lab to the school, that journey would eat up all of our time. It's not possible to heal Takumi 2 and make it back. Then what if we just stay here? Stay there, rather. Stay there? Have you lost your mind? You have no idea when the blood space waves will surge again. There's no telling when we'd be able to come back.
Oh?
And even if it wasn't an issue, we still wouldn't be able to fix Takumi 2. Too much time has passed since the Gi awakened. The Gi's data will have already eroded every last nook and cranny of his brain. The program will no longer be enough to remove the glitch. That's why Takumi dies. This is why you need to give up on the idea of making him better. Is that clear? Takumi 2 can't be healed. He can't be healed. The words repeated in my mind like a haunting echo. Just then, somewhere in the maelstroms of my thoughts came an idea. All this means is that I need to kill Takumi 2 myself. That's how Takumi dies in that one timeline. But then who kills Nozomi at the end of that timeline? Was that Kako Jin? She said she went back and killed everyone in that timeline, right? 12:05, huh? Is he going himself? I found myself in the lab alone. I wasn't sure how I got there. That reminds me of something Hiroko said.
Serious sleep damage can affect the brain and rob you of your memories and your ability to reason.
Unless Takumi, regular Takumi, becomes the new killer Takumi in that timeline. Memory issues aside, my reasoning still seemed intact to me. I was being completely rational. If I let Takumi 2 continue to run loose, more of my friends would end up dead. Ha 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 ha. If we can't cure him, I just need to get rid of him. That was the rational conclusion I'd come after careful and calm consideration. That's right, that's why I'm here. To kill myself. I love leap damage Takumi. Time to head to the serial killer timeline. And away he go. Mama, there go that man. Mama, there go that future and creation. $1:30. By the time I made it to the school, the leap window had long since closed. Looked like I'd be staying here for a while. But that didn't concern me in the moment. I was too focused on fulfilling my goal. I was still wearing my leap suit. The idea of killing myself while being recognizable made me uncomfortable. I wanted to consider Takumi 2's feelings too. He'd be able to rest easier thinking that he was killed by a mysterious stranger rather than knowing he'd been killed by himself. Just then I realized I was holding something tightly in my hands. It was a power saw. I had no recollection of where it came from. Maybe I picked it up on the way here. Anyway, I'd better go looking for Takumi 2. I was gonna say, where does he get the power saw? But I guess he just picks it up. My conscience was fading in and out. Suddenly, I was in a first floor hallway. I didn't have to look too far. Takumi 2 was right there in front of me. And so was Nozomi 2. Eek! Nozomi, run this way! The moment they spotted me, their faces contorted in terror and they began to run. I couldn't let them get away. I hefted my power saw and gave chase. Oh, I get to run! I get to be the guy! Get over here! What a fun time. I remember when one of these guys startled the heck out of me. Get over here! Slow down! Vroom, 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 vroom. I'm gonna cut up Takumi 2 into at least 2 pieces. 2! Takumi 2, if you don't slow down. Alright, great. I think this is the stairway where it happened. I think this is where the stairway where it happened. I finally cornered Takumi 2 at the top of the stairs. I was slowly closing the distance between us. I raised the power saw and then... I wasn't sure how. Maybe he slipped, but Takumi 2 fell backwards, tumbling down the stairs. I quickly followed him down. There he was, splayed out on the ground. And this is where he was thinking to himself, huh, well, this guy, always stops right before he kills me. I'm sure this time it'll be exactly the same, and then dies. His face was twisted in agony. He was barely conscious. He must have hit his head. Now's my chance. I can kill him right here. I ferociously rushed over towards Takumi 2 holding the power saw high above my head. Yep. I just can't do it. Kill myself? How? How could I? How could I possibly do that to myself? I lost my strength, lowering the power saw. It slipped out of my hands and clattered to the floor. Suddenly... Uh-oh. Takumi 2's eyes flew up and there was a sinister light in them. And as soon as I saw it, I knew what it meant. This was the Gi. The Gi was awake. It was the inside Takumi 2's brain. In fact, Takumi 2 was no longer with us. It made more sense to call him Takumi G while the Gi, while the Gi rather had control of his body. The next moment, Takumi G swiftly scooped up the power saw from the floor. You know, I don't remember this happening. My back slashed. I fell to the floor. I could feel how horribly deep the wound was. But strangely, it didn't hurt. My spinal cord had been severed, preventing the pain from reaching my brain. Soon after that, Takumi G made a series of strange decisions. He removed my leap suit, then he dressed me in replica class armor with the Giftomatic. Oh! So Takumi G fully takes over here, and this was just a body swap. As we were Takumi, when we came back, I guess we were Nozomi. So this is what actually happened. Then he dressed me in replica glass armor with the Giftomatic. I wasn't sure what the purpose was. It just happened. Once I was in the class armor, he got into position beside me. And then just to further torment me, he mercilessly shredded my back with the power saw. When he was finally finished with the incomprehensible course of action, Takumi G left with a satisfied grin on his face. All that remained was my body, dressed in class armor, or more accurately, my corpse. So the Takumi that died on this timeline never was our Takumi from that timeline. It wasn't Takumi G. Interesting. After all, I'd stopped breathing a long time ago. That is another timeline Takumi. So that's how that happened. So then the person that she saw in the thing really was Takumi. A form of suicide. Understood. Okay. I suppose that makes sense. I feel like it was... here. Yes, this is when this happened. So a Takumi died, but truly not the Takumi from this route. And then that Takumi went to kill everybody else. Okay, so we are done with the decision to do this. That is one of the last instances I remember of not knowing why or what happened with the suit people. So I guess we're gonna come down here. We're gonna figure out what else we're missing. Because we're really only like 40 minutes into this episode and we have 4 endings left. I'm kind of hoping that, you know, this upper path was really the jumpy around path, and this lower path takes me all the way through day 100 with 4 endings, you know what I mean? Otherwise, we really might be at the end. Before this is. Decide your destiny. So now we're gonna listen to Hideko and go to the coming of age timeline. For what reason? Why did she want to come this way? I actually don't remember why she wanted to come this way. I think that's... I kind of wish these decisions had like a small recap. I've decided. I think you might be right. So we're going to the coming of age timeline. I nodded listlessly. This doesn't mean I feel anything for, I don't feel anything for everyone in the serial killer timeline, but what matters to me most is everyone here in this one. You don't have to explain, I know how much it pained you to make that choice. Takumi, this is the right choice. We won't regret it. No, I won't let it cause us any regret, rather. Hideko placed her hand on my shoulder and I felt some tension up in my chest ease. My little loopers. It was 7:40. It's 10 minutes since the loop window had opened. In order to regain the time that we lost, I speedily leapt into our leap suits and configured the machine. Hopefully there's not any holes in them. And then...
No.
Yes! Yes! Let's go! And away we leap. We're all the way back at day 50, actually. So now I have a feeling if this is not the last episode, next time will be the last episode of 100 Line. Man, huh? Alright, we've made it to the school, but we can't afford to linger. Why not? We have until 11:10 p.m. That's plenty of... Have you forgotten what we came here to do? Yes, actually, please remind me. Look at the right, we're getting the mortis codes, the liver mortis codes. Look at the code on Rumi's back, right? Yes, on her dead body. And where do you think that is? I don't remember anything about this timeline. You should still know, Rumi was killed in the battle against Vestus on day 9. That is the start of this timeline in the Box of Calamity timeline. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure all of us buried her. Now that you remember, you know what we have to do. We gotta go dig up a corpse.
We're going to dig up her grave.
Oh, interesting. Now that I'm thinking out loud about it, this could be the one timeline where we actually do use the emergency thing. Okay. Good. Well, I kind of want that to be our last ending if that's a thing that we can have happen. So maybe. We're going to dig up her grave.
Do we have any other option? That's why I said we couldn't linger.
But...
I understand your reservation. I don't want to do this either. But our hands are tied. We have to do this if we want to go to the artificial satellite.
Heard.
Okay.
I grabbed a nearby shovel and shut my eyes tightly and drove it into the ground. Digging up a body. Digging up a body again. With each shovelful of dirt, there was a searing ache in my chest. Eventually, we saw Darumi's body in the dirt. She was drained of her cryptoglobin, leaving behind nothing but a blackened mummy. It was tragic to look at. My heart felt like it was about to burst. I averted my eyes.
We have to do this. She fought valiantly to protect all of us in this timeline. Her body is the embodiment of all of the nobility and sacredness of that act. It would be rude of us to look away.
Nice cover, Hideko, I guess. I bit my lip and gave a small nod, looking back down at Darumi.
I'm sorry, Darumi. I'm going to have to move you a little. We're doing this so you can live on elsewhere. So please, forgive us.
Hideko apologized as she lifted up the body and turned it around. On the back was a single number.
Does that say 5?
Cinco.
Seems so.
We carefully restored Darumi's grave.
Thank you, Darumi.
Please, rest in peace.
We pressed our palms together as we held our finger guns out as we said goodbye to her and then quietly took our leave. That's what she would want. Okay, so this is the Liver Mortis Code Royale. I'm surprised it was gonna go 4 endings. Okay, I assume one of the endings is gonna be like
ready to give your
into the thing wrong, because it's kind of like been a Chekhov's gun where, hey, we have these like big vats of poison that will just eat away everything if you blow them up and, well, I'm sorry, if you enter the wrong code. I feel like we gotta have that happen one time. One time for the one time. I made my way to the cafeteria for breakfast. When I got there, everyone was there but Nico and C-Ray. Takumi, how many times is this now, man? Yeah, would you kindly stop disappearing all of a sudden, Captain? We went over this last night, didn't we? Takumi went to the city ruins to destroy some enemy recon devices. Isn't that right? Yeah, exactly. I wasn't sure why Eito was covering for me, but I decided I'd better just go with the flow. Hiroko, you went off exploring and never came back. What were you up to? Well, you met up with Takumi in the city, right? Then you finished your mission together. Yes, exactly. Mr. Sumino, at least say something before you take off. Yeah, we would have helped you destroy those devices. There weren't that many of them, so there was no need for us to send out a huge group. I think Takumi was trying to be considerate when he decided to go alone. He didn't want to ruin our plans for the hump day party, that's why he didn't. But in the end, the hump day party was canceled. Huh? You and Hiroko were gone, there was no point in doing it without you. Let's see, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for that to happen. No, you had something to deal with, although I guess you don't need forgiveness from this degenerate, trash heap. But I'm seething. If you want my forgiveness, you'll have to play Russian roulette with me. Hearing Groomy say that brought tears to my eyes. It reminded me of the her that I saw last night. And here I was, and here she was rather, right in front of me, alive. I couldn't stop the emotions from surging inside of me as I thought about it. Hey, don't look at me like that. It's not good for my mental state. Okay, then let us all enjoy some Russian roulette. Ava, do you even know what Russian roulette is? Yes, of course. Mrs. Kawana can just soup up the wheel, so it goes full tilt. Mesdems et Mosweres, place your bet. Oh, madams. Really, I'm leaving. I'm retiring. Madams and Mouchoir. I don't know if I've ever spelled Mouchoirs. Oh, for the love of murder. Ava, you're not French. There's no French on this planet. Get out of here. Thanks to Eito's cover story, Hiroko and I weren't questioned any further. Everyone ate breakfast together and left the cafeteria. The only ones left behind were Hiroko, Eito, and myself. Sorry about that, Eito. Thanks for the help. Yes, thanks to you, we somehow managed to explain our way out of things. But why that story? Takumi, you vanished right before the hump day party, right? I thought if I didn't say anything, everyone would get upset and go looking for you. Then your clandestine activities would be interrupted. So I said what I said to appease everybody. Did you know what we were doing last night? Nothing specific. I had a vague notion that you might be leaping to another timeline though. I told Eito about the part of parallel leaping, by the way. Right, yep, I know all about your little secret. I know better than anyone that your objective is to keep everyone alive. So that's why you covered for us. I told you before, right? I'll do everything it takes to regain your trust. That's why I came up with that story. Well, okay, I guess I kind of trust him again. But every time I've said that, he stabbed me in the back, and the front, and the side, and the neck, and the head, and everywhere. I left Hiroko and Eito and returned to my room. Then I started my usual rounds. And my usual rounds means I'm going round and round and round to bed. Yes, I am. I actually don't know what all the achievements in this game are. I mean, most of them I assume are just like finishing routes, as we've seen. But I'm sure like some of them are, well, I don't actually know if we got one for leveling up. Certain things all the way. Anywho, we'll continue. I had a feeling you were here. We don't need to arrange meetings anymore, do we? If we have something to talk about, we can just come here. Does that sound good? Yes, sir. By the way, have you looked at your device yet? Not yet. What? You don't care when our next, when we'll get our next liver mortis code? Not really, it's just, then look now, you'll be surprised. I pulled out the device and looked at the screen. I saw the numbers on the display and... Are you serious? Okay, well, actually, I do know that is. I'm glad that these are consistent. Actually, 12:05 to 12:35 a.m. on day 74? Yes, that's the next time blood space waves will surge. That's more than 20 days from now. That's right. Liver mortis codes we know are Tsubasa, Eito, Maruko, Kako, Shoma, and as we saw last night, Darumi. That's a total of 6. But we need 9 codes in all. So we need to wait until day 74 to go out to find the other 3? Unfortunately, you're still not quite right. It's likely impossible we'll get any on day 74. We only have 30 minutes to leap on that day. And it takes longer than that to get from the school, the lab to the school, even if we sprint. It's just not possible. Hiroko nodded with a deep sigh. When do the blood space waves increase after that? That's not on the device yet, so we have no idea. Huh. Either way, our goal stays the same. We need to get get to the artificial satellite as soon as possible. Whether that ends up happening on day 80 or day 90, well, even if we leave with only 10 days left, it beats being stuck here. Then let's stay focused, Takumi. For now, we continue our school routine as usual until day 74. Things will be fine. Don't worry about the defensive battles. We know exactly who will attack us and win. At the very least, we can be sure no one's going to die permanently on the battlefield. The battlefield. Of course, I'm not going to let them down. I'll protect them on the battlefield or anywhere else. Well said, Captain. I expect great things from you. Well, you know. Ain't number of thing, Hiroko. Ain't number of thing. The artificial satellite suspended in the nighttime sky just seemed a bit further away than usual. But I couldn't let things get me down. I narrowed my eyes and cast a sharp gaze at the satellite and its cold glint. I raised my hand to it and tried to grab it. As I did some other time on this route. Day 53? Day 54? Day 72? I assume not. There's a nice little 5-day skip almost. 5-day skip. 4-day skip. I lived out my life at the school like always as Hiroko's advice. I laughed and trained with everyone and sometimes got into arguments too. But we didn't experience any serious issues, rather. The time ticked away in relative peace. There was nothing we could do about the liver mortis codes until the blood space waves peaked again. I guess we could murder some people. I allowed myself to temporarily forget about that and focused on living as normal a life as possible. Day 56 came to an end. Day 57 would soon be upon us, the day the next enemy attack would happen. Well, okay, and that's day 57. But these should just be small beans, right? Is everyone set? You've all drilled the details for your next foes into your head, right? The commander's name is, not Zendaya. It's Zenta. Hey, we about to fight Zendaya. I'm about to shake it up. I'm about to be in that tennis movie or the Spider-Man. Excuse me, are you stupid or something? It's Zanzibar. No. It's not Zanzibar either, which is also a reference. You're both wrong. It's Zenta. And she has the ability to make copies of people. Moko had no idea what that ability did to her in the first timeline. I went through all of this. I found myself almost slipping up and telling her, but stopped just in time. Sounds like a real pain in the ass, huh? It's fine, we have nothing to worry about. This time Zenta will show up with her factory settings for lack of better words. What does that mean? Hiroko must have been trying to explain that Zenta would show up as herself rather than a copy of one of us. At any rate, she'll be more of a problem than any of the other commanders. As long as not really. As long as we're careful not to get copied, we should be able to win with ease. Or so Sirei and Nico told me yesterday. Yes, exactly. So true, she got it word for word. When's the enemy gonna be here again? Right after our wake-up call. Although we've disabled the announcement for today. Oh, why's that? Well, you're up already. So there's really no sense in playing the announcement. Well, fair. Because they knew that I would skip it. Nico had barely finished speaking when it started.
Intruder alert.
Away we go. I don't think I'll ever get used to this alarm. You'll be fine. The Tsukumo twins are by your side. Lamau. Okay, guys, let's go. Special SDU, let's get out of here. Hey, Takumi, wait. I saved him. I think it'd be neat if in this game, if you skipped doing that, it's like skipping a Pokemon evolution and everyone just comes out in their regular clothes. I would make a game like that where if you skip the cutscene, you don't do your like evolution there. That would be hilarious.
That's one problem dealt with.
Now we just have to defeat their commander, Zendaya.
All right, Zendaya.
I told you, it's Zanzibar!
Yeah, all right, Zanzibar.
Zenta!
Everybody's right.
We must simply kill her.
Here we go.
I can't wait for Zenta to show up and make a whole bunch of copies of Zendaya.
Here I come!
Orb. A new enemy has approached. Have I been able to skip the enemy intro before?
I am Zenta, the paragon of harmony. Even if my flesh is destroyed here.
I'm gonna let you finish. I actually do believe I wasn't, and I think I might have been able to now. This game did surprisingly get like a random update. I didn't look at the patch notes. So, I mean, like, maybe we can just skip the enemies as well. Because I think usually I had to wait for them to, like, do all 4 sides and I could skip us coming in. Continue.
My soul shall live on eternally, and it will destroy you all.
Destroy us all! With those final words, something strange happened to Zenta's body. It blew up. It's not the first time. I think it happens in most timelines where Vestus is not slurping up cryptoglobin. The splintered all over in pieces all over the place, disappearing in a plume of smoke. My body will haunt you forever!
Did she self-destruct?
She sure did.
I think she did!
That bitch couldn't fight for shit.
Lamau.
Yeah, she wasn't worth getting sick over.
Double Lamau.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Exactly! We managed to defeat her!
Yeah. Everyone nodded in sync. Bye, bye, bye. Though they all seemed dumbfounded by the erupt into the
By
battle.
the way, how did you like my moves, everyone?
Are you gonna praise me this time?
I saw signs of effort, but it was nothing to write home about.
Yeah, I kind of love this Ava-Ato rivalry.
Ava, why are you so hard on me?
Because you irritate me.
Cut right to the bone with that one.
That's so funny.
Anyway, since we've won our fight, why don't we do our thing?
Y'all,
Oh, you're not usually so eager, Shoma.
right?
Sorry. I went and opened my gaping sewer hole of a mouth.
No, I didn't mean it like that. Hey, snap out of it, Takumi. That's your cue.
Yeah, count us in.
Oh, right. Ready? Go!
You ready? Special Defense Unit, best in the world, indestructible and undefeated. Never lose, never yield. Special Defense Unit, fight on! I kind of hope that the end of this route, kind of the true ending of this route, is just named Special Defense Unit, fight on. And so ended our defensive battle. The next attack would be on day 63. And we'd be fine if we just kept this up. We had nothing to worry about. We pat each other's shoulders and returned to the school with a spring in our steps. Very nice. And day 58. And day 59. Are they going to take me to day 63, or is it just going to be another fight back to back? $62. Another 4 days passed quickly like a calm storm. Calm after a storm. A quiet storm. Nothing exciting happened. If I had to mention something, I guess it would be that the spice blend in Kurara's curry was extra hot. It upset Shoma's stomach leading to a somewhat explosive situation. We had to do some thorough cleanings afterwards. Oh my gosh, oh no. Man. Other than that, nothing of serious significance happened, and the days went almost too peacefully. Yeah, we're doing a lot of skipping. I think this might end up being the last episode. Outside of ranking all of the endings. I was honestly starting to forget about the Livor Mortis codes. If things kept going like this, there may be no real reason to go looking for them after all. I got the feeling that we might be able to manage at least the last 38 days without doing anything too special. As long as we kept holding strong against the enemy attacks anyway. He's really given me major death flags. We were due for another battle soon. Tomorrow is the morning of day 63. It's okay. Things will turn out fine for us again. Takumi, stop. You can't do this. I reassured myself and crawled into bed and fell asleep. Luck, unfortunately, everyone was dead once I did that. And day 63. We are an hour in though, so I am going to very quickly save. And I will be right back for probably another 2-ish hours. But I don't know if we have 2 hours of content left. If this goes to about 3 hours, then it goes to about 3 hours. And we have one more episode. If not, join me. Well, I guess you'll see the title and it will say Endings 100. So I'll be right back. All the dots. Oh, is this all the information there is on the enemy? Yeah, it doesn't seem like there'll be any commander this time. So we're just gonna fight a bunch of weaklings? That's right. Man, that's hardly even a real battle. Nevertheless, it won't be without its challenges. Challenges? The cannon fodder they sent this time, they talk. They'll scream for help or call for their mothers as they attack. That does sound challenging. Yeah, what's the deal? Isn't it more fun to kill them when they're crying for their mommies? Yes, that is the greatest pleasure of calm behave. Stop. Oh, for the love of murder, there's something seriously wrong with you two. You wanna talk? You are wanna talk, actually. Shouldn't we just avoid listening to them? How do we do that? Play the music again for real. We could yell over them. If we're all screaming, we'll drown them out. What should we yell? If we just make noises, we might still hear what they're saying. Then why don't we yell, the multiplication tables? Multiplication tables? It's pretty basic math. We are at a school after all, and I love learning. That's a great idea, let's give it a shot. Yes, truly an ingenious scheme. I think I can tell where this is going. And then it happened. Yo, I can't wait for it. Some terrible math to be shown. Some people about to get outed. Hey, look who finally decided to show their ugly mugs. Okay, guys, let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out. I guess we're all so on the same page this time around. Yeah, I was not able to B-button through them before.
Not like this! No!
Yeah.
It's true. I can hear them. I can hear them talking.
I cannot get enough of this! It's making me hot and bothered.
Ma'am?
I cannot believe I get to kill them while listening to their pathetic cries!
Huh? Ava?
It feels amazing, doesn't it?
Now that's normal for you.
Let's just ignore those two.
Everybody else, stick to the plan. Here goes. Starting with 2.
2 times 1 is 2.
This is hilarious.
2 times 2 is 4.
Yeah.
2 times 3 is 6.
Yeah.
2 times 4 is 51.
Ma'am.
I saw it coming from a mile away.
Yeah, I was like, whatever her face shows up.
Mommy, save me!
Now she's screaming like them. Hilarious. I like to imagine that she actually did the voice line for the Mommy save me.
We finished with them before we were even done with 6.
Good job.
We're not done yet. There's another wave.
Guess I'm gonna have to face the challenge of the 7 times table.
Hey, the 7 times table be tricky, you know what I'm saying?
Kaku, don't tell me you can't do math either.
Shut up! 7 is easy peasy.
Anyway, just ignore what they're saying, guys. Here goes.
Hilarious. No! Yeah! Help me! No, thank you. Whoa, we win! Is this a 3-waver? I guess is this a part where Veshna shows up on like the thing?
Take that, you freaking small fry!
No, I guess it's just over.
That was a piece of cake.
Oh, are we done already?
Ava, please.
I kinda wish there were more.
Doing don't encourage her.
Absolutely not. I've had quite enough of multiplication.
If another wave shows up, we'll have to start multiplying double-digit numbers.
Uh-oh.
No. Please.
Please.
Mercy!
Laval! Everyone burst into laughter.
Anyway, seeing as we won...
You know what it's time for.
Right. It's time.
I am man.
Take it away, Captain.
Got it. Ready? Go!
Special Defense Unit! Best in the world! Indestructible and undefeated! Never lose! Never yield! Special Defense Unit! Fight on! 37 days left. I felt sure things were really gonna go and work out. We just had to keep going. But unbeknownst to me, someone in the shadows, things were starting to come apart. Little by little, it would start to gnaw at us. Unfortunate. Yeah, he kept saying like, oh my gosh, yeah, yippity skippity, this and that and that and then this. Yeah, 74 is where we get the ability to warp again, right? We're almost there. Over the past few days, everyone had gotten less communicative. Whenever someone did speak up, it was to make fun of someone or to make a cutting remark. It wasn't anything like our usual joking. There was no affection to it. It just seemed like everyone wanted to take out their frustrations on the people around them. I didn't know why it was happening, but we'd been living together in the same space for 65 days. It seemed natural that all the stress that had been building up might come out as resentment. The matter of the liver mortis codes was still on hold. Hiruko and I hadn't decided which timeline to jump to on day 74. We only have 30 minutes anyway, and we couldn't get to the school from the lab and back again in such a short time. Still, it felt like a waste of to let one of our rare opportunities to slip by. That's why Hiruko and I were were at a loss on what to do about that day. Today was day 66. We were about to pass the 2/3 mark. 1/3 of our time left. I hope we wouldn't run into any serious issues, but things don't always work out. My expectations would be crushed the very next morning. Wait. Okay, never mind, we're fine. Part of me was wearing the Takumi G with timeline hop to this timeline after he stole the suit in the other timeline and killed our Takumi. But that would be a continuation of the other timeline.
Ready for
but I guess you could jump to another timeline,
actually. Be ready to give your life.
I went to the cafeteria to get breakfast. As soon as I walked in, I heard screaming. Uh-oh. Eito, I heard you were making something real loud with Tsubasa in the garage last night. Loud? Don't play dumb with me. Shoma saw you. It's true. It was at 1 o'clock in the morning. I was wandering the school because I couldn't sleep when I saw both of them making something that looked like a gun. A gun? I guess there's no point in hiding it. This is what I made. A beam gun. Oh no, this is the second time we've seen this. That's actually really bad. Because the only other time we've seen that is in the hands of, Kakoji, which means I guess it must have come from this timeline. That's really bad. A beam gun that generates a special electromagnetic pulse. It's just a toy though, it's harmless to the human body. Well, no, the one that Kako G had was like a grenade gun, but it was the same design it looked like. Eito pulled the barrel, put the barrel rather to his temple and pulled the trigger. See? That's an interesting way to describe it. Harmless to the human body, then what does it harm? It doesn't harm anything, it really is just a toy. Eito was teaching me how the different parts come together. Oh, right, Tsubasa was the one who actually assembled it. I did a lot of the reading while I was confined, that's where I learned to make it. I just shared what I learned. Why would you waste her time on a simple little toy? Shh, keep it down. I don't want Siri and Nigo to find out. That's even more suspicious. I believe you, Eito. You should always trust the shadiest character in a mystery. What do you know about mysteries? I miss mystery. The mere fact that you rely on assumptions about genre shows what an amateur you are. Shut up, you nasty brat. I've played dozens of mystery adventure games. I've played them all to death. I'm going to have to stop you right there, Miss Amamiya. Nobody talks to my dear sister like that. Everyone, please calm down. Ava, I'd appreciate it if you kept your thoughts to yourself. You're our prisoner in case you forgot. That's not fair. Ava's our friend. Wow, aren't we blessed? Goody Two-Shoes has weighed in with another heroic opinion. Aren't you embarrassed? Your mask is the most embarrassing thing in the room. And it smells like poop. I was so sweet to you, traitor. Sheesh, man, this is the problem with girls. Ikada. Unabashed sexism. Your old-timey gimmick is so lame. Who asked you to pipe up? You wanna go? Come and get it, loser. You challenge Moko to a fight? And that's how we lose a character. That's how a character dies. Shut up, all of you. Knock it off. Hiroko shouted at the top of her lungs. The room immediately fell silent. I'll hold onto that beam gun of yours. Hiroko held out her hand and Eito gave her the gun. I'll be the one who decides if it really is just a toy. Everyone else, be quiet and behave until then. You guys aren't yourselves right now. Something is very wrong. Go back to your rooms and cool off, understood? Yeah, what is agitating everybody? For the rest of the day, everyone did as they were told, shutting themselves into their rooms and never coming out. The sun set as we stayed inside. And when it was dark out, someone suddenly opened my door. It was Hiroko. Didn't even knock. I have an update about the beam gun from this morning. I wondered if maybe it was some kind of switch somewhere that would enable it and disable it. That's why I examined it, but there wasn't anything of the sort. So it really is just a toy. It was right, it was harmless to the human body at least. You couldn't hurt anyone with this. You could probably hurt C-Ray and Nigo though. I took the gun from Hiroko and looked over. It felt solid and heavy. There was definitely something mechanical inside, but nothing happened when I pulled the trigger. All it did was play a tiny, cheap sound effect. So now we know Eito and Tsubasa were telling the truth. But that's not the real issue, is it? Yeah, the beam gun was only the catalyst, and there was a ton of resentment building up inside of everyone, waiting to go off. This just happened to be the spark that started the fire. If you know that's the problem, why didn't you say anything this morning? It's your job to keep everyone calm and mediate between them. I guess so, but I'm sure everyone is just exhausted. We've spent 66 days living under serious pressure. Whatever it is, something has to change. Our next defensive battle is on day 72. We have to do something before then. Hiroko fell into deep thought. Her gaze wandered. Shortly after, she pushed her fingers through her long hair and looked straight at me. Takumi, this may sound harsh, but it's your fault things ended up this way too. You've acted a little too distant from everyone in this timeline. I know I've done this loop 146 times. There were times where you were a lot more proactive rather about integrating with the group. In those timelines, the others admired you more than they do now. They never would have fought like the way that they did today. Maybe. Their captain was an anchor for them, and that strengthened their unity. That doesn't mean those timelines were perfect. There were a lot of people, we lost a lot of people in them. This isn't my first time saying it, but this timeline is a real miracle. Nobody's died, and Ava and Eito are on our side. You need to treasure this timeline. The experiences you have here, the time you get to spend here, ultimately that's what will lead to unity and harmony among the team. Hiroko quietly left my room. I couldn't move. She was right. There was no doubt about that. Her words weighed heavy on me, sinking into the pit of my stomach. But I couldn't just stand there and dwell on it. I already knew what I had to do. I'm gonna throw a party. I clenched my fist and I murmured, and trying to encourage myself. Day 68. We're almost at day 69. The greatest day on Earth. Or Futurum, actually. Is everyone here? Eito and Tsubasa were telling the truth. The beam gun is just a toy. I had everyone pass the gun around. They each took a turn inspecting it, nodding when they were done. But Eito, what did you even want this for? There was a picture of this beam gun in one of the books I read when I was locked up. I found the shape and design appealing. That's all. Anyway, now that we know, I'm going to give this back to Tsubasa. Me? Huh? You're the one who made it, right? I can give it back to Eito, but I think it would be... I would put everyone else on edge. After a moment of hesitation, Tsubasa slowly reached out and took the gun. Sheesh, everyone's still suspicious of me, huh? That's not it. Everyone's just kind of unbalanced right now. Little things have them jumping at shadows. But that's gonna end today. Let's all wash these feelings of tension away and leave them behind for good. Wash them away? How? I assume a pool party? Yep. Goodness, is this one of those night pools I've heard so much about? No, not like the one you said earlier in the last episode. It's different. Young women and men will go wild together in the pool at night. Colorful lights everywhere. We're having an evening of debauchery and hedonism, aren't we? It's not nighttime, and it's not any sort of any of that other stuff either, but sure. Are you serious? This is like so crazy. Takumi, did you do all of this? Well, I had a little help from me. It's our fault the hump party got canceled, right? So in a way, this is an apology for that. Don't worry about swimsuits, we made sure to get them for you. Hold on a minute. Are we going to swim here? I told you, we need to wash away all that negativity. You meant that literally? Takumi, this is the dream. You know exactly what the people want. You mean what you want? What about Siri and Nico? Of course I got their permission.
If things stay as tense as they have been, it will hinder the mission. I can't have that. So you get special permission.
We love special permission.
Everybody needs a break sometimes. But don't forget to keep it in your pants.
That's right, no debauchery. Kiyoshika, that means that you need to keep your pants on. I would never expose myself at the pool. Oh, for the love of murder. At the pool, but you would elsewhere? Come on, Kiyoshika, get yourself together, girl. Although everyone griped and complained, they ended up changing into swimsuits that we brought for them. And so began our Paradise Pool Palooza, the Triple P. I had a feeling all the complaining was just to cover up how embarrassed everyone felt. It took less than 5 seconds in the water for them to start shouting in excitement. Pretty soon they all had playful smiles on their faces. Everyone forgot themselves in childlike wonder, playing like kids. I was right there with them. I think we saw this in the Eito route, right? Well, I think we've seen this more than once, but I think Eito wasn't like here in the Eito route or something. But when he had like the dream or something towards the end of his route, either the dream or like the image in his head, this is what he saw. I joined the conversations without hesitation and went crazy and wild with them. All of that strain and tension washed away in an instant. Everyone's faces looked so earnestly bright and happy, with the droplets of water flying through the air. I memorized every last detail of the scene. I took in every passing moment and seared it into my brain. Oh, are we actually, maybe on this route we're going to get, because there are, I think, there's like 4 different events in this thing, and sometimes people are missing from those events because they have died. Maybe we'll get like the full image for all of those events on this route. I never wanted to forget them. I never wanted to lose them. I could hear splashes of water all around me. And then everyone's joyous laughter echoed in the pool, drowning out the sound of water. Poor Ava just standing there as she's getting squirt gunned. Very stoic. She's like, yes, I see, indeed.
Get ready for... In celebration of a badass day, we'll be playing music with a rock flavor all day.
Our last day 69.
Yeah! With our adrenaline pumped to the max. In the name of the fucking badassery of humanity. Let's kill the shit out of these nasty pigs and protect the hell out of our beloved academy.
Play it, please. Yeah!
Huh? We're going to do what we did yesterday all over again today?
Well, the plan's a little different.
Yeah, it is what's gonna happen here. What is this? So we are getting like all of the scenes except we get the full image of all of them. I like that a lot. This feels very, we're coming to an end. Oh, dude. Young men and women go crazy chanting as they dance wild and free around a watchtower. It's a gathering of wild abandon and artistic expression to release pent-up desires, isn't it? Absolutely not. You're right about it being a festival, though. Wow, this is amazing. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. All right, you've never been to a festival before. That's right, I'm so touched. Takumi and Hiriko, did you do all of this? I only did about a quarter of the work. The rest was all Takumi. Takumi, you look like crap with all the dark circles around your eyes. Yeah, I was up all night working on this. You're crazy, man. I thought the pool yesterday was cool, but this is peak. I felt mixed emotions hearing Gaku's compliments. I set the whole thing up based on what Gaku did in my timeline, after all. I'm not so hot on festivals personally, but they work so hard to please us. It would be a waste not to enjoy yourself. She's right, Darumi. Think of it, don't think of it as a festival, but think of it as a dark carnival. Why did you say so? Now I'm feeling it. Whoop, whoop. Okay, sure, yeah, whatever that means. Anyway, let's have a blast together, you guys. But what's with this music? It's ridiculously out of place. Just then, Sirei and Nigo showed up. I was trying to do a rock vibe today, but then you went and set up this folksy thing instead. Couldn't have made it more like a modern music festival? I can see you put in a lot of effort, though, rather. I'll give you what you want. Just wait 1 second. No. Some time passed and then... Oh, this song! That's right. I thought he was gonna play the sad music, but I'm rocking it now. This is more like it. This is the kind of song you need for a festival. Then let's get the party. Let's get it started in here. And the beats keep running. Everybody cut loose and have fun. And running. So begin our fabulous, frolicsome festival fiesta. And now we get the full image of everybody here. The festival was alive with activity. The air was filled with the sounds of happy chatter all around me. Everywhere I looked, I saw radiant smiles, except for Darumi. There wasn't a single hint of gloom on the happy faces, except for Darumi. She's having not a great time. Halfway through the festival, Kurara started cooking. She made the Uzuzuki family a special curry recipe and handed it down through the generations. It was so popular we had to line up for it, and before long, everyone had eaten every last drop. After we were done eating, it was Gaku's turn to entertain us. Gaku climbed to the top of the tower, got on the DJ equipment, and showed us his skills on the turntable. The rest of us danced to the rhythm, went wild and free. We went crazy, chanting and singing. We spun and flew, sweating so hard, we practically melted away. And we continued to dance around the watchtower all night long. There they are. Well, I guess we're still missing, like, Ima in this picture, so we're not getting, like, the picture with everybody, but I guess the fullest picture. Yeah, it's weird. Ima was never, like, involved in the festival because it was always, like, a Kako experience. No, I think Ima was involved in one of them, maybe? I don't remember. When I woke up, the sky was already dusky. I must have reached my limit after staying up all night, partying for 2 days straight. Left my room and got ready for the day. By the time I was done, it was completely dark, almost time for dinner. Bonfire. I ran to the cafeteria and announced my plan for the evening to everyone. What? You have to be kidding! We're all going to the rooftop for fireworks? Oh, for fireworks, not for the bonfire. Yep, sparklers, Roman candles, aerial fireworks. I've got them all in my room. But Takumi, don't people usually space out these kind of events. Yeah, you gotta be out of your mind to go 3 days in a row. Don't listen to him, bro. I'm all for it, honestly. And the pool and the festival weren't quite enough for me anyway. How does a broke bum like you have such a taste for parties? Huh, did you say something? Well, if it's what our captain wants, I suppose I have no real reason to refuse. We're seriously doing this? Hot damn. Well, if you're gonna twist my arm, I guess. Despite their complaining, the smiles on their faces betrayed their true feelings. Then it's on. No bonfire. Well, I guess we still have one more night. Huh? Siri and Nigo, what are you doing here? You need adult supervision to play with fire. And we're here as chaperones. Oh, for the love of murder. You've made us do a lot worse than light some fireworks. I bet they're just being coy. You actually wanted to join us, didn't you? And at the pool and the festival? Absolutely not. Not at all, not at all. Okay, then you guys can hang out tonight. Let's lose our freaking minds. They're so happy. Doesn't it feel like something's missing? Are you talking about my mask, aren't you? I just can't see the fireworks with it on, that's all. That's why I left it in my room. Eep, I'm so embarrassed, don't look. Karara, you don't need to wear that mask. You're only saying that because it stinks, right? Like poop, right? No, that's not it. I just think it's a waste of a very cute face, personally. Karara froze and a loss for words. Her face was as red as a ripe tomato. I think there's been a misunderstanding. I wasn't talking about Karara's mask. Come to mention it, we are missing some people. 4 of them. Hiroko, Moko, Ima, Ava, where the hell are they? Everyone looked around and just then, the missing 4 showed up. Sorry, we're late. Took some time to explain what we were doing. Explain? We have a surprise guest for everyone tonight. Another person? He's all ready for us now, introducing our special guest for the evening. Oh, hey! We were missing somebody. Shion. Shion. Yo, Shion. Everyone called out his name in surprise. What's going on? Why does everyone know? Why does everybody know his name? We've met him plenty of times before. Yeah, well, you were busy trying to knock up Hiroko. In other words, while we were jumping to other timelines. Hey, that's not what we were doing. Anyway, that's how they know him. I only found out yesterday. I was gonna say Takumi hasn't tried to knock anybody up, but he has canonically in one timeline knocked up Ava, so I cannot blame them. I only found out yesterday at the festival. I heard it from Moko, Ima, and Ava. We thought we should bring Shion to the festival since it was such a big event. The 4 of us left the gym to ask him to come, but that's why they weren't in the picture. Come to think of it, the 4 of them had disappeared for a while before the night before. They didn't want to draw them in. Nigo and Siri wouldn't allow me to come, and besides, I'm not a real special defense unit member. I didn't want to get in the way of your fun. He tried to refuse again tonight, but he was hesitant to come to this. But we managed to convince him, and now here he is. You lot don't listen to a word I say. You're wasting his energy. Just summoning an avatar like this uses up strength. Was this a bad idea after all? Well, obviously it's fine, huh? Shion is as much as a part of the SDU as any of us. He's our 17th member. If he dies, we all die. If we die, he dies. Our destinies are intertwined. He's one of us, an important comrade. If you're going to disrespect one of our friends like that, well, you already know what I can do. Well, I sent a sharp glare towards Siri and Nigo. The 2 of them were clearly rattled by it. Takumi. Fine, if you're gonna go that far, you can have your way, but just for tonight, be grateful for the Honorable Siri's magnanimous treatment. Thank you both, and thank you too, Takumi, sincerely. I nodded with a grin and soon everyone was smiling with me. Aight, time to get the show on the road. The fireworks are in your room, right, Takumi? Yep, I lit them all right now. My room's about to explode. Let's go get them. All right. So began our SDU, Special Defense Unit, Shining Fireworks Shindig. Oh. Every member of the team was there. Hiroko, Nozomi, Moko, Tsubasa, the Tsukumo twins, Gaku, Shoma, Takamaru, Kurara, Darumi, Kiyoshika, even Yugumu was having a blast with everyone. Yeah, look at this. Everybody's here. We had our 2 commanding officers with us. And And Ava and Ato, who were once hostile towards us, were joining in on the fun. This, I don't think we've actually seen this full picture of everybody doing fireworks. I think we have seen a picture of people doing fireworks. I don't know if we've seen a picture of people doing fireworks on the rooftop, though. This may be a completely new image. I kind of want this to be the last episode, because this would be a very nice last episode thumbnail. But I digress. We will continue. Last but not least, there was Shion. 19, including me, all of us were alive and well. We'd gone through so much hardship in the last 70 days, fighting to survive. This was a true miracle. I took it all in, reveling in the joy in my heart. A long time ago, someone once told me the world was gonna roll me. That life and fireworks aren't all that different. For a brief moment, they shine brightly. Then they disappear rather into the dark. People struggle and strive to create a spark, all for that fleeting moment. That's what makes life so beautiful. Every word of what was said rang true to me. Who'd want to live forever? Being trapped in an infinite loop was a curse. I was going to break free. I was going to end this. I'd venture into the future that started from day 101 with all of my friends. I'd get older with the passage of time and eventually die. One day my firework would sizzle out. This was going to be the last time I lived through this war. I'd never experience these 100 days again. The thought made my heart swell. The instantaneous flash, the spark vanishing into the darkness, the flicker of the decaying embers were all breathtakingly beautiful. Wow, that was very that was really good symbolism. Man, I actually really like that. Are we gonna get the bonfire? At this point, I kind of doubt it. Our 3-day party binge finally ended yesterday. The next enemy attack will be tomorrow on day 72. We couldn't keep up the merriment forever. We needed to switch gears. Once I was done with breakfast and back in my room, I headed back to make my rounds. Yeah, I'm good. Unless... I was gonna say, I don't think Flame Boy is out and about, so, he's the only person who I haven't gotten, like, full supports with, but also I'm not too beat up about it. I also guess I know what route I could, like, speed run to get to that. That's fine. Go to bed. And maybe that's like the only thing I feel like I need to clean up in this game. To be honest, TBH. But I also don't know. Once again, I don't know if this is going to be the end of the series. Unless there's DLC, which there's been talk about DLC. I doubt I'll be getting much sleep, even though I'm totally wiped from all the partying. They say it's hard to sleep when you're overtired, rather. Is that what this is? You know what? I have experienced that on like sometimes it doesn't happen super duper often, but sometimes I'm like, man, I'm so tired, and like I've stayed up late, and then it's like, I don't know, 2 in the morning, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's time to sleep, but I really can't get to sleep until like 3 or 4, and I'm like, oh my god. That doesn't happen very often at all to me. It's like really once in a blue moon, but when it happens, I'm like, oh. It's like one of those, and sometimes when those nights happen, I'm just like, I'm just gonna stay up for the rest of the night. I'll do something, and then I'm just gonna crash, and get a really long night's sleep the next night. I think maybe it happens like once a year to me, at most. But when it happens, man, I hate it. Especially if it's like a work day. Well, no sense in just waiting around here. Maybe if I go out for a little walk, it'll make me sleepy. I convinced myself to leave my room. It was just then that I heard someone sniffling. I could see someone on the other side. Once you reach the other side. It was Hiruko. Again, this is how we started. Something like this happened before on the night of day 9. At any rate, I couldn't very well leave her like that. I went closer, hopped the fence, and sat down next to her. I knew it. Behind the lenses of her glasses, Hiruko's eyes were wet, with countless trails of tears running down her cheeks. She was holding something tightly in her left hand. The cat. It was the calico cat figure I'd given her on day 10. She hurriedly put it back in her pocket when she noticed me and removed the glasses to wipe away her tears. What does she know that we don't know? The silence continued. I stayed by her side, not saying anything. After a little while of sitting like that, Hiroko finally spoke up.
You're not going to ask questions today? Last time you charged right in without any delicacy or tact.
Yep, on day 9.
Hey, even a guy like me can learn from experience.
Do you remember what happened on day 9?
Kind of, yeah, mostly. Not kind of, sort of. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, Hiroko. That was all, I don't want to say, yeah, it was probably about 11 or so months ago.
Yeah.
So, not exactly, but I remember the general details. Hiroko raised her head and stared at the faraway flames forlorn.
I had a dream on the night of day 8. And I had the same dream last night. It was day 101. Everybody was there. Everyone except me.
Oh.
I must have died somehow.
Dang.
I saw you there, Takumi. You were in my dream, so I'm positive you managed to break free from the loop.
But you didn't?
Or perhaps I should say, you will manage to break free.
Oh, I hope it's not a premonition, dude.
But I'm going to be trapped here. Forever.
Hiroko bit her lip and hung her head. I could tell she was fighting hard to keep from crying again. I spoke up before the tears had a chance to flow.
Come on, Hiroko. It was just a dream. It doesn't mean that really happened, or will happen. Think about it. If you were dead, how could you see everybody? It wouldn't make sense if I was the only one to break free from the loop. We need everyone from the Special Defense Unit to survive in order to escape it. That includes you. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you don't have to worry. It was just a bad dream.
Oh, dude, I really hope one of these endings isn't just like bad dream.
It's going to be okay. You're not going to die, no matter what happens. Because I'm going to protect you. That's a promise, okay? Remember what I said before? I promised we'd both get out of this. That I'd build us a future where everyone can be happy.
Takumi.
A refreshing breeze blew. Every time Hiroko's hair moved in the wind, I caught a familiar scent. The scent of lavender. Enveloped in that sweet fragrance, I sat there and waited for her to respond. Eventually, the trails of tears had all but dried from her cheeks. Looking more like her usual self, she gave me a little smile and spoke.
You're right. It's not like me to be so bothered by a dream.
Well, after 146 loops, I think you're entitled to being bothered by a dream like that.
Maybe I was just feeling nervous because we're getting closer to day 100.
I nodded.
Forget about all that for now. I've had an idea.
An idea?
Our next opportunity to jump is day 74. From 12:05 a.m. to 12:35 a.m. You remember, right?
Correct.
Yeah?
I'm going to do something. Here.
Here? Hiroko pulled a coin out of her pocket.
I'm going to toss this coin. And you're going to call heads or tails.
Oh no.
Heads is the sun, tails is the crescent moon.
First of all, that's such a sick coin.
What happens if I get it right?
How about we go explore the ruins together the day after tomorrow, on day 73?
Why then?
We have a battle tomorrow. They'll come in the morning, but we'll be too tired afterwards.
And if I get it wrong?
Then we won't go. We'll just sit around and do nothing that day.
Oh my gosh. this is how we're gonna get our final 4 endings. This is gonna be a route split, and each of those route splits are gonna have probably 2 endings. Or I guess I could see one having 1 ending doing nothing, and then the other one having 3, but I would guess it's 2 and 2.
Why are we going out exploring if I get it right?
So...
Are you trying to indirectly ask me out?
Don't be so stupid. That's not it at all.
Lamau?
Well, I don't really get it, but this coin flip is related to leaping in timelines somehow, right?
Yes, I'll explain everything later.
I mean, this... Flipping this coin and having that decision happen does create more splits, which makes a larger chance for everyone to make it out okay.
Why later? Tell me now.
No more questions. Just call it.
So hear me out. I feel like getting it right is the right solution. Right solution, you know what I mean? Hideko flipped the coin. It tumbled through the air, landing on the back of her left hand. She quickly covered it with the other hand, hiding it from my sight.
What's your guess? Heads or tails?
It was such a pointless question that it felt silly to think about it too seriously. Even if I was wrong, all it meant is that I wouldn't spend the day outside with Hideko. There was no risk involved. But I felt a strange stirring in my chest. Was there a fateful choice hiding behind this lighthearted pretense? Was something unforeseen creeping closer, but I couldn't help but worry? Instantly, I was conflicted. Logically, there was no right answer, and yet, I couldn't just choose blindly. 2 more timelines would be created based on what I decided here, which is exactly what I just said a moment ago.
Hello? Takumi, what's your answer?
At Hiroko's urging, I steeled my resolve and gave her my answer. So, I'm going to pick tails. I would like the correct route to be my final route. And by correct, I mean like the one that I pick it and I get it correct. But here's the thing, what if I pick like tails and it's correct and heads is correct? What if like, either way, I'm just right. Anywho, tails. Yeah, I'm gonna go for miles per hour. I'm a big tails guy. Love some tails.
Tails.
I gave my decision with confidence, and Hideko moved her hand to reveal what was underneath. It was heads.
I was wrong, huh?
And they're playing this song.
Sorry, Hideko. Guess this means no date for us.
I don't care. I told you. It wasn't a date.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, tomorrow's another defensive battle. I'm going to bed. See you.
Goodbye. With that, she climbed over the fence and left. I was left on my own, staring at the undying flames in the distance.
Hey, you said you were going to tell me everything.
I spent the night without ever finding out what the coin toss had to do with our next leap, or about Hideko's real intentions behind our potential non-date. Well, I guess the last routes we'll have will be going on a date with Hideko. But you know what? That sounds like a good final two to get. For real, it's all cannon fodder again? Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Yes, that's right. You also have one? I actually don't think you're eating. You're actually just handing him more. Excluding Vesnus, there's only one commander left, Dulcia. But he's not coming today, so I must endure the torment of the multiplicity tables again. There's no reason to do that this time. I'm already used to hearing them talk. Right, we can just ignore what they're saying. Together, this will be a breeze. After all those parties, we're a closer-knit team than ever. Let's show them how much stronger the SDU is. Everyone clenched their fists in determination. The alarm sounded immediately after.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school
Intruder
grounds.
alert? Who could it be? Yeah, what kind of security system they got? You know, it was pretty good. Okay, guys, let's do this. SDU move out. And see, this is what I'm talking about. I wasn't able to smash B like that before.
I don't want to fight.
No! Me? Where's my daughter?
And just cannon fodder. Well,
Phew. That's all of them for now.
Don't be so sure. There's more of them lining up for punishment now.
oh my gosh, not for punishment.
Right up, little monsters!
Yes, let us hack and slash and slaughter them all.
Chill.
Not like this!
I'm so used to just watching the enemies come through. Yeah, so I had this like cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake ice cream. And, you know, I'm
really it?
This one had like, I think this may have been like the best, like, cause I don't get like a cheesecake ice cream often, but I was like, you know what? Sure, cause I feel like cheesecake ice creams are hard to get right. This one had like actual like really good pieces of cheesecake in them. You get like a cheesecake little chunky, you're like, oh yeah, that's cheesecake right there. Very big fan. Anywho, was that really it?
What a letdown. That was freakishly easy. And trust me, I would know about freakish.
Oh, he a freak?
Well,
Crazy.
victory's ours all the same. So...
Wanna do the thing?
Yeah.
All right. Ready? And go!
Special Defense Unit, best in the world, indestructible and undefeated. Never lose, never yield. Special Defense Unit, fight on! Everyone's cheery voices echoed through the empty battlefield, but for some reason I felt a strange stirring in my chest. There wasn't any direct cause for it. Maybe it was an indistinct gut feeling or something like it. The stirring didn't go away until I got to sleep that night. What? Sounds like we made a bad decision, huh? There's something stirring in my chest. His feelings. This actually might be the penultimate episode. I think we might be able to squeeze one more. Unless this like skips to day 100, in which case I'll be like, uh-oh, you guys, this might be it. It had almost been 3 hours since I finished breakfast. Hiroko and I were standing behind the school, building in a daze. Hey Hiroko, what exactly are we doing right now? I told you when we did the coin toss 2 days ago, if you lose, we'll just stand around and do nothing. That's what we're going to do, isn't it? Nothing at all. I don't get it. Huh? Seeing as we're here, how about that explanation you promised me? You want to know? Yeah, of course. Then get on all fours, spin 3 times, and bark. Why would anybody do that? Because I want you to. Do you need any further explanation? This sadistic, psychopathic, 4-eyed freak. I cursed her mentally, but... round and round I went, on all fours. Takumi, no! Very well, I'll explain. With a smug grin on her face, Hiroko began to walk eastward. Eastbound and down, I closely followed on all fours. Before long, we were deep in the woods. Suddenly, we stopped and Hiroko turned around and talked to me. When is our next leap window, Takumi? Tomorrow. Yep. Or I guess technically tonight for 30 minutes. Around half a day from now. Are we going anywhere during that time? No. We are staying put. We are? You failed the coin toss the night before. Last, remember? Yeah, I called tails. But that means there's a timeline where you called heads. In other words, a timeline where you were right and we went out today. To keep it simple, let's call the versions of ourselves in that timeline Takumi, oh man, so Takumi 7 we saw earlier. I was like, why are we at 7? This is Takumi 6 over there. Okay. Tonight, Takumi 6 and Hiroko 6 will come to this timeline. Oh. Wait. We're going to visit ourselves from some kind of right guess timeline? That's why I said it. Oh my gosh. What if on the right guess timeline, we murder all of our friends to get their liver mortis codes?
Oh.
If your answer was wrong, we'd jump timelines. If you were wrong, we'd wait. That's a decision I made before I even tossed the coin. But what are they going to do here? They'll meet up with us. And then what? The more people on our side, the better, right? 2 heads are better than 1, 4 are better than 2. What? I assume you haven't given up on using the distress signal transmitter. Of course not. The chances of everyone's survival go up when we can get to the satellite even 1 day earlier. Don't you think it would be more efficient if we split into 2 teams to find out our liver mortis codes? The teams can meet up later and share codes that they've learned. We only have 3 left, so yeah, if we can make that work, we get them a lot faster. And now things are making sense. You deliberately made us stand around and do nothing so that history would branch off, right? You needed to make something in this timeline that was a complete opposite to the other one, the one where we're on a date right now. What's the matter? Are you disappointed that you didn't get to go out with me after all? No. I told you it wasn't a date. Lamau. Hiroko yelled viciously and put me in a headlock. Lamau! He's into it. My arteries were being squeezed. My oxygen wasn't reaching my brain. 3 seconds later, I was out like a light. From a headlock? That was a tough headlock, dude. Oh my gosh. She squeezed you like a grapefruit. You wake up at night in the thing. 12:04 a.m. Hiroko and I stood in the center of the lab waiting for Takumi 6 and Hiroko 6 to appear. 1 minute left. Be careful. The window's only 30 minutes. Got it. We need to use our time to talk to them. If we go too long, they won't be able to get back to their timeline. Yeah, so let's not waste time on idle chit-chat. What do you mean idle chit-chat? I don't know, gossip about dirty manga? Why would we do that? That sounds like a Darumi and Gaku thing. As I was complaining, the clock ticked over to the 5 minutes past the hour mark. And they came immediately, unless it's not them in the seats. Just like that, 2 people wearing leap suits appeared on the circular platform in front of us. You must be me and Hiroko from the right guess timeline. Yeah, I guess so. You're right on time. Hold on. We're going to take these off. How am I going to tell them apart? I guess the name bubbles will say. Isn't this plan a little overly complicated? I'm the one over here. Over where? I don't even know who I am anymore. It's me, Hiroko 1. Excuse me, I'm Hiroko 1. Right, hilarious. So that means that we're the 6s from their timeline instead. You're Hiroko 5. No, you're Hiroko 6. Okay, this whole thing's a mess. Put your leap suits back on. Is this better? Yeah, I've seen your faces now. Just move on. We don't have time for this. Let's get down to business. We still need 3 liver mortis codes, right? Yes, the ones we haven't found yet are Takamaru's, Ima's, and Takumi's, and mine. We need to find 3 of the 4 of them. And the next timeline we can, the next time we can jump rather is 5 days from now, from 1:30 to 4:30 on day 79. Oh man, this has become really kind of interesting. Because now we have like a true split timeline, it feels like, because we're going to re-experience this conversation. Continue. So at that time, we need to split into 2 groups and check a total of 3 liver mortis codes between us. The question is, which timeline does each of us jump to? We started to investigate and narrow down the 2 most efficient timelines. First up is a serial killer timeline. 6 of our team will be dead by day 79 rather. Eito, Ava, Kurara, followed by Moko and Shoma, and lastly Takamaru. Couldn't bring myself to say anything. That was a suffocating pain in my chest rather. Takumi 6 was probably feeling the same way. He was staring down at his feet somberly. After all, the person who killed those 6 people was Him, me, us. Don't tell me you're still stuck on that. Excluding Ato, it wasn't really you who killed them. It was an inevitability caused by the Gi possession. Haven't we been over this? We really need to move on. I know that, but at any rate, Takamaru is one of the casualties in the serial killer timeline. If we jump there, we'll be able to get his liver mortis code. I didn't really want to do it, but I had no choice. Takumi 6 and I nodded silently. Our other destination is the zombie timeline, right? Huh? Yeah, that seems like the most efficient one to visit, but aren't they all aren't they all zombies in that timeline? No, not both of them. By day 79, 9 people are zombified, 5 of whom have been incinerated, rather. Incarcerated, Lamau. Huh? The remaining zombies will be Moko, Kako, Ima, and Hiruko. But even if they're zombies, they're still fully dead. They'll have lost all their cryptoglobins, so the numbers should show up. If we go to that timeline, we'll see Ima and Hiruko. We can check on both of their codes. With Takumi 6 and my assertion, it was now the Hiruko's turn to appear displeased. You don't seem too happy about this plan. No. Of course not. What kind of person would be excited to see their own zombified back? But we don't have any other choice. This is the only timeline where we can get both codes. Fair. Really? Yeah. Yeah. The Hirokos looked at each other and let out a sigh, hanging their heads. We continued ironing out the details of our plan. Hiroko and I would, from the wrong guess timeline, would go to the serial killer timeline. So we're going back to the serial killer timeline. Hiroko 6 and Takumi 6 from the right guess would go to the zombie branch. So when we go back around, we'll be going to the zombie branch. We knew who was going to do what. Oh, I wonder if there's a success on both routes. And one of these two routes has that last lock, because we're still missing a lock, right? Right? Unless we really did just naturally get that lock out of the way. I think we're still missing like lock 1, because when I think we started with lock 3 and then we got to lock 2, and unless, well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Allow me to repeat. We leave on day 79, 5 days from now. We'll have 3 hours, not a ton of time to waste considering the trip to and from the school. We'll report the liver mortis codes to each other, and the next time the blood space waves surge. And after that, we'll go back to our home timelines. Yes, I think that would be the best. We'll jump to your timeline when it's time to meet. Got it. We'll be waiting for you. We'll jump to your timeline. We're going to serial killer. I feel like their timeline's gonna be more dangerous because their timeline has geese. In exchange, you'd better not show up empty-handed. I could ask the same of you. You'll pay if you screw this up. Excuse me, how dare you speak to me like that? Okay, girls, let's stay calm. It was past midnight. By the time we were done, rather, our time was almost up. Right guess timeline duo configured the machine and hit the red button and jumped on the platform. Well then, we're counting on you. And we're counting on you. Don't let us down. I wonder if they'll both be locked until we complete something on the other timelines. That would be neat, I think. You know? I wasn't hungry, so I didn't go to the cafeteria. I didn't feel like making my usual rounds either. I was curled up in a ball in the corner of my room. I kind of hope that's the case, because I don't know, I think that'd be kind of neat. You wouldn't be able to proceed with either timeline until you've done both of those timelines, because they are very parallel. 5 days from now, Hiroko and I would have to go to the serial killer timeline. The thought depressed me. I played it cool the night before, but my gloomy thoughts were swirling around inside me. Nobody wants to meet themselves as a serial killer. Well, actually, you met yourself as a serial killer. And your serial killer self killed you. After giving up on trying to fix him, I'd put that version of me out of my mind. Or maybe the truth was I wanted to look away, that I walled off those thoughts. Couldn't bring myself to intentionally tear down that wall, but letting someone else destroy it for me was even worse. I spent all day cooped up inside. Finally, I closed my eyes when the sun set. Day 75. Day 76. It looks like we're going to fast forward to the day where we go. Well, yeah, it's going to be the day that we go. Because now look at the loading. Because it usually loads and does one more day. And this is the day that you'll actually be on. And so 4 days passed in the blink of an eye. It was finally day 79, our next leap window. But because of all of the stress, I barely knew what I was doing. I felt like I was wandering in a thick fog all day and my memory skipping around. Of course, we went to the serial killer timeline like we planned. I remember that much. So something odd is happening. Can I get a log? Because of the stress, I barely knew what I was doing. I felt like I was wandering through a thick fog all day. My memory skipping around. Memory skipping around is not cool. Once we jumped, we went to the school, still in our suits. Our objective was to find Takamaru's liver mortis code. His body would be stored in the morgue on the 2nd floor. Stored in the morgue on the 2nd floor. We took the stairs to the 2nd floor. Serial killer timeline. I actually don't know if I remember seeing a duo in the serial killer timeline this late. Hiroko went into the morgue first. I couldn't bring myself to go in after her. After all. Hey, look! That's the killer! We must seize them at once! I ran for my life. I ran and ran and ran. I ran circles around the entire school. I finally succeeded at shaking the others off by ducking into the bathroom on the 1st floor. Whew, that was close. Took off my leap suit so I could pretend to be Takumi from this timeline, Takumi 2. Right, I do kind of remember this. This should do it. I stepped out into the hallway. Somewhere near the stairs, I ran into the 4 who'd been chasing me earlier, as well as Darumi and the twins. Hey Takumi, why are you walking around like there's nothing wrong? Didn't you hear? We saw the killer. You shouldn't be walking around alone. Oh, right, don't worry, I'm fine. I gave them all a thumbs up and hurried for the stairs, rushing into the morgue. Are you? Don't worry, it's me from the SF timeline. What happened to your leap suit? Some stuff happened and I had to take it off. Don't worry, I'll get it back when we leave. I see. So, what's oh, because I think the suit was destroyed. This is how we get another suit in this timeline. So, what's Takamaru's number? Approached one of the bodies and peeled back the white sheet. 7. That's right. Seeing Takamaru's disfigured body in front of me made me feel like someone had pushed a dagger through my heart. That's all I can remember. In the end, better for worse, I never saw that timeline's Takumi, and before I knew it, I was back in my own timeline. You've been out of it all day. Are you all right? Yeah, we're back in our timeline, so I'm fine. I hope so. Anyway, we've met our quota. As long as the right guest timeline team can get the code from Ima's body and yours, we'll have a full set, and that'll be all the liver mortis codes we need. When's the next leap window? 11 p.m. exactly on day 84, but it's only 15 minutes long. Well, all we need to do is tell each other the liver mortis codes. That should be plenty of time. Still, we should be careful. We'll be jumping to their timeline. If we miss the cutoff, we'll be stuck there. I know that. Do you think they'll pull it off? Hiroko nodded deeply at my words. I don't just think so, I'm sure of it. They're us after all. Every so often she does that long ellipses, and I don't know how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Now, I think there's a battle here, right? On like day 83? No, I guess Dulce shows up later. So we do get to this day. It's 11 p.m., right? Is what she said. So I'll have the whole day to get through. I couldn't just sit all day. Still all day rather. It was day 84. This would be a fateful day for Hiroko and me. No, for the whole SDU. Tonight at 11 p.m. we'd go see the versions of us from the right guest timeline. Once they told us Ima and Hiroko's livor mortis codes, we'd have all the digits we needed. After breakfast, I went to the roof in a good mood. There I saw a silhouette. It was Hiroko. She was standing there with her back towards me. For some reason, I had the sudden urge to startle her. Maybe the excitement pumping through me just put me in that kind of mood. With careful, quiet steps, I slowly came up behind her. And then...
Boo!
I was gonna say boo! Eep. I grabbed her by the shoulders and she leapt away with a quick shriek. At the same time, something fell, her glasses. They clattered across the ground. She scrambled to pick them up, making sure they weren't scratched before putting them on. Have you ever been turned inside out? Inside out? No. I'll shove my arm down your throat and pull out your tailbone the long way. Oh my gosh, these glasses are worth more than my life. You know that. I didn't know, but I couldn't come out and say that. Sorry, I didn't think they'd fall off. They're not broken, are they? No, the lenses are fine, but don't think that means you're forgiven. That's why I'm apologizing. Too late. You'll pay for this. Hiroko stared me down with a sharp glare. She was standing her ground. My back was against the wall. It was time to resort to desperate measures. You totally went eep just now. What? Huh? I didn't know you were the kind of girl who shrieks like that when she gets surprised. I never would have guessed. Wow, desperate measures is... Alright, Takumi, good for you. Maybe I should tell everyone. I bet Gaku would love to know. Fine, I'll wipe it off the record. I nodded with a smirk. Hiroko looked away, her face beat red. Crazy, he blackmailed her? After that, I couldn't help but skip back to my room. La-di-da-di-da. He bullied her, dude. That's crazy. We'd be able to jump at 11 p.m. Still plenty of time. I can't just sit around. I'll see what everybody's up to. Remembered to myself and went off on my usual rounds. So. We'll save. Well, we won't save there. We'll do our... this and this. We probably could end here, and then the last episode will probably just be another 2 hours. I feel like this is probably, admittedly, a decent place to stop. But I kind of want to see if the story locks, you know what I mean? I was finished, I was all finished preparing. I had my loop suit on, but there was one thing missing. Hiroko? Where was Hiroko? It was already past 11 p.m. In our earlier meeting, we'd agreed to meet here at 10:30. And yet there was no sign of her at all. What is she even doing? We only have 15 minutes. My unease grew stronger and unpleasant sweat broke out over my body. Just then Hiroko burst into the lab. Takumi, this is all your fault. What? You broke the internal clock in my glasses, that's why I'm late. Oh, dang. You mean this morning? Obviously the impact must have done it. Oh, I'm sorry, we really need to get going. Ugh. With an irritated grunt, Hiroko raced over to the locker. She flung the door open quickly and changed to her leap suit. So this is our fault. Is the PLM ready? All set. But let's hurry. Oh my gosh, they only have 5 minutes? Hiroko hurried onto the platform. I slammed the red button and jumped after her, and then... Here we go! I think that had to be a very quick, hey, we're here. I do worry that once we get here, we're gonna be faced with either them not being here or shenanigans. Okay, they're here at least. Clearly they're stressing out. Sorry, we're late. What were you doing? We ran into some trouble because of Takumi. They'll get the wrong idea if you say that. You were the one who caused the delay, weren't you? Well, I can't argue with that, but still. See, I told you. Hiroko! 6 and Takumi 6 exchange looks. What had they been talking about before we showed up? I can't wait to find out. We don't have time for this, we need to exchange information. I bet Hiroko was like, I bet it's your fault. Hiroko and I nodded. We'll go first. Ima's code is 1. Hiroko's is 4. That's 1 and 4. It took a few seconds for it to set in. As soon as it did, Hiroko and I turned to each other and let out a cry of joy. We have all the clothes we need. Thanks, guys. You did very well, even more so considering you had to get them off the back of zombies. We pulled it off thanks to some goggles Tsubasa made for us. Enough chatter. What about us? Stop celebrating and tell us the code you found. Got it. We recovered Takamaru's. Number on his back was 7. 7, huh? Lucky number 7. Now we've got all the codes we need. Thank you too, or should I say us? I knew we could do it. You took the words right out of our mouths. You've been such a huge help. Thank you truly. No need to thank us. You need to get back quickly. Yeah, you're right. Good luck to you. Then we dashed to the console and configured the machine. Except it failed because it's 11:16. Oh. Wait. We're here? Wait. Okay, there's the split. So maybe it won't... Okay, well this one actually does absolutely go further. So maybe it does not fail on the other one. Okay, well, we're screwed. Hiroko and I stood stunned. Hiroko spoke, looking at us with sympathetic gazes. I'm sorry to say, but it looks like the window was closed. No. This can't be. And it's all Takami's fault. Hiroko and I hung our heads. We couldn't bring ourselves to say anything. Took some time for us to recover. Finally, I raised my head and spoke quietly. Well, there's no point in getting depressed about it. We just have to change our mindset. Sorry, guys. We should have exchanged info faster. Yeah, y'all just stood there. Was like, it's our fault too. First of all, you're like, and the last number is Takamaru's is 7. Why? You know, you apologize. We were the ones who were late. Although Takami was responsible for that. Stop making it sound like it was my doing. It was. Looks like you two will have to stay in our timeline until the blood space waves rise again. When will that be? Let's find out. Good, it's sooner than I thought. The day after tomorrow. Yes, day 86 from 8 to 11 a.m. We have 3 hours, plenty of time, even if someone shows up late. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure what happened between you two, but you should try to get along. Yeah, you're gonna be stuck together for another 32 hours after all. Right here? Sorry, but there's no way we can take you to the school. That makes sense. I'd say the same thing if I were in your shoes. Our shoes. I don't believe it. I will bring you some food tomorrow morning. I'm really sorry about this. It's fine, don't worry. Well then. After thanking us one last time for the Livor Mortis codes, they quickly left with apologetic looks on their faces. It's not their fault, it's our fault. It's specifically Takami's fault. Boo! Hiroko and I removed our leap suits, forcing our sluggish limbs to cooperate. We really blew it. Now we have to stay here until the morning after tomorrow. And whose fault is that? Mine for breaking your glasses. But you know, there's plenty of other ways to check the time. Now you have the nerve to be so insolent with me. Sorry, I was just playing. I'm kidding. Well, whatever. Those two were right. I'd rather not spend the next 32 hours being hostile with you. We went to sleep without any further conversation. We had all the Livor Mortis codes, but we weren't in any mood to indulge in celebration. I wonder if the same exact thing is going to happen on the other timeline. The right guess timeline, Hiroko and Takami showed up shortly after sunrise. Sorry to keep you waiting, we brought you some food. We put everything in the cabinet over there. Thanks, we appreciate it. Me? Sorry to make you go out of your way. By the way, we have something we'd like to discuss with you. What's that? You were worried about that? We have no reason to refuse. Are you sure? Yeah, don't worry about us. Just go ahead and boot up the transmitter when you get back. We'll be able to get back to our timeline tomorrow anyway. And then we'll be calling the rescue craft just like you. There's no need to spare our feelings.
Oh.
Good, you agree. You're me, so you knew exactly how I was going to respond, didn't you? I had a hunch. This is goodbye then. Well, I wish you the best of luck. You're not going to enter the wrong code, are you? I'll be fine. Are you sure about that? Just what kind of guy do you take me for? A slow-witted, careless servant. Why are you laughing? Yeah, they're talking about you too, dude. What the heck? Oh, right. Hiroko 1 and Hiroko 6 laughed, amused. Takamiya 6 and myself awkwardly avoided looking at each other. Alright, you two take care. We'll be praying that all of you over there make it safely to day 100. Hiroko and I shook our hands with our counterparts. Afterwards, they flashed us a quick thumbs up and ran out of the lab. Interesting. Nothing of interest happened after that. Time just slowly ticked on by. Eventually, night fell. A cold silence washed over the lab. It felt eerie. There was no reason for it. But I felt weird, rather. It was the same kind of stirring in my chest I felt after our last defensive battle. Like something may have happened. What? What do you mean, what? You keep looking at me. You're looking at me, too. What time is it? I pulled out my device and checked the time. 11:40 p.m. Just over 8 hours to go, then we can go back to our own timeline. Yeah. We'd only been stuck here for 1 full day so far, and yet, for some reason, I was starting to miss everyone from our timeline really badly. Well, I mean, now's the day we can go back. 2 minutes until we could jump. Hiroko and I finished setting up the machine and we were already wearing our leap suits. Just then we had unexpected visitors. Hiroko and Takumi from the right guest timeline appeared. I thought they would be gone. What are you guys doing here? What about the rescue craft? Didn't you call it yet? It's complicated. We decided not to use the distress signal transmitter. You created 2 timelines, didn't you? Why not? I can't really explain it. I just had this weird feeling. It was like something horrible was going to happen, so I stopped entering the code. A weird feeling. A weird feeling. I don't understand. It's not a weird feeling. You've experienced it. Neither do I. Anyway, Takumi, Hiroko, listen closely. You shouldn't use the transmitter when you get back. Consider that my advice, or maybe a warning. 8 a.m. came around as we were talking. I'm not sure I follow, but I'll keep your warning in mind. At any rate, we need to get going. Yeah, we'll be wishing you good luck out there. You guys be careful too. We'll be praying for, that all of you over there make it safely to day 100. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure from Hiroko is a little weird. Wait, we had this exact same conversation yesterday. Hiroko and I made our way to the platform. I hit the button and followed right after. Be seeing you. Or probably not be seeing you, actually. But it is smart to have, like, a set of, like, timelines. Now we have, like, a set of potentially 4 timelines, that all have all of us alive. Whew, we finally made it back, huh? I really miss this place. What are you gonna tell everyone when we get back, huh? I don't know, but we'll think of something. I see. Well, let's get going. I want to see the others. I ran to the school. Hiroko was close behind me, but don't tell me they're all dead. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're all gone? All gone, not even dead bodies. They've just disappeared. Maybe go to the roof and check their rooms? Okay, having them go through every place that we can go to, if it don't feel too good. What's happening here? Where is everybody? We've only looked on the first 2 floors. I'm sure they're on the 3rd floor of the roof. I ran out into the courtyard and headed for the stairs. I rushed up 2 steps at a time up to the 3rd floor. The first place I stopped was a leisure lounge, and what I saw there was not everybody dead. Everybody dead.
No.
Well, what happened?
This can't be.
I mean, it must have been a gi or a kako gi or something. The blood drained from my face. I went in weak in the knees. I could hardly continue standing upright. What the hell happened here? I tried to scream, but I couldn't make a sound. The only thing I could force out with my dry throat was a raspy gasp. Raspy gasp. I can't give up yet. If I bring them to the infirmary, I might be able to revive them. No. Desperately trying to convince myself, I took a single step, drawing closer to the bodies. The very next second, my vision was soaked in red. I turned around to see Hiruko spurting out a massive amount of blood from her neck.
Hiruko!
So someone killed her. Her body fell to the floor like a marionette whose strings had been cut. The light was already gone from her eyes.
Hiruko! Hiruko!
I screamed and ran over to her, but the moment I knelt down, suddenly the ceiling was right in front of me. I was on the floor. My throat was slit. The blood clogged my throat, preventing me from speaking. I couldn't even breathe. Everything started to turn foggy and hazy. I'd be unconscious soon. But I wanted at least to see who did this to us. I turned my head, my eyes wandering. Standing there was... yeah, Kako G. Of course, who else could it be? She must have come here from the mystery timeline. Soon after that, my consciousness suddenly vanished. The last thing my retinas registered was Kako G's sneering face as she licked her lips. Dang it. Well, I knew that this one was wrong. But it actually did only end up in a single The Revenge of Kako G. She killed them all. Every last one of them. As she said she would. I think we should probably end there. I think we should end there. The problem is, and next episode might be short. It will be short, and it will probably be the end. It'll be our final 3 endings. Yeah. 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 That's I am, yeah, it was the other thing that I said. I was like, okay, so it could end like we'll get 2 and 2, or we'll get 1 and 3, and this was a 1 ending. This was a here we go, we're going, and that's murder. Okay, so there are just 3 endings left, and they are all on this route. One of them I know is going to be use the Livor Mortis codes, and it should be on this day. Once we get to day 86, or I guess maybe 85. No, it was day 86. No, yeah, we saw them again on day 86. Day 85 or day 84, I think, is when they actually do. The decision will probably be around here. I'm going to click yes and leave, and I'm sure something bad will happen. And then we'll be at 98, and then our last 2 will be somewhere probably closer to day 100. That seems to be the path that is left for us, but I want to point out, that's really not that many days. So it's gonna be a short episode. I know that we could probably knock it all out in this episode, but I want one more. I want one more episode out of this. What, next Monday is the 13th. And I will probably either release on the 26th a ranking of the 100 lines, or maybe we'll just do it on the 20th, and then I'll say I did it in under a year. I like that too. But I kind of want something to go up on that like anniversary day of I played 100 line for a whole year. It took me a whole year to beat 100 line, and now I can rank all the endings. It could be just a fun little title. Okay, let's end here. You guys get a shorter episode this day, but next time it's going to be the last episode of at least getting endings of 100 line. I don't think I'll have anything else that I want to do. I think the only other one thing that I want to do in case, you know, in fact, maybe if the next episode is like an hour and 15 minutes, I'll just go and try and speed run and get, loop through and try and get, Shion's final little supports. Because I think we're just missing one or two of those. Gallery, we can check right now, actually. Bonding events, Shion, I think we're missing 2. Yes, we're missing 2 of those. We'll just knock out and get the 2 of those. Everyone else has all of their stuff. Event gallery, we should only be missing a couple of pictures now. And by a couple of pictures, I mean probably just 2. Two at most, I would think. Oh yeah, see, look, here's the other fireworks that I was thinking about, but they were on the ground. So we have another fireworks picture, which is awesome. This is where we get to the timeline that we're currently on. This is probably a thumbnail. This would have been such a really good, like, final episode thumbnail, but maybe there's gonna be one more that will be even better. Maybe not, though. I'm sorry. We're actually still missing, and it seems like it is from this route. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 CGs. But it does feel like we're getting towards what is the quote-unquote true ending of this route. You know what I mean? I feel like every route has like one, maybe 2 true, quote-unquote true endings, or like the best ending or the most satisfying ending on that route. The one the game probably considers like, yeah, this is it. So we'll finish off and we'll get these next time. Once again, this is definitely 1,000,000%. This is the thumbnail. We got a couple of other CGs this time too, didn't we? Oh, they're probably over on the towards the end. The heck? Oh, I remember this when he was so confused. Oh my gosh, little commune. Oh my gosh. And then Tsubasa making out with everybody is her favorite pastime. This image has been used a lot recently, actually. This, hey, Takumi, get out the way, boom! We're actually missing an image here. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. This is kind of like the lore, page, the lore and miscellaneous images page. So I wonder what image we're missing here. I guess the only like other unanswered question in this thing is like, what is the variant? You know what I mean? Where is that? I do hope maybe. This is one other thing that I would like to have a image number 2 of, an image of just everybody in the artificial satellite. Man, I kind of hope Commune gets to be there too, but I don't think she will. I really liked this route. Man, I can't wait to rank these routes, dude. I can't wait. I think you guys already probably know where some of them are going. The Vestus route is going high. Spoilers. Maybe this was just like shenanigans, you know what I mean? We just need something else for this round. Because that's one of the things that is just like, oh, this is certainly happening. Sure. So next time will likely be the end of 100 Line, the last Defense Academy. All right. Well, for the next to last time in this series, this is the United States Aviator taking off. Toodaloo Flight Crew. Thank you for watching.